Gramey with a look at the roads.
Yeah, not a whole lot going on right now, Eric. But let's start out mid-peninsula on 280 and head north out of San Mateo. No slowdowns to be seen, but there have been reports of dense fog in the area, so do keep that in mind if you're heading anywhere on 280 or 101 this morning, as that fog does tend to drift. Right now, though, we are looking very good. Upper deck of the Bay Bridge, we had reports of some debris 80 westbound getting into the city. It's been taken out of the log by the CHP. We are seeing some mild slowing from before the island now into San Francisco. I imagine they probably temporarily stopped traffic to get that out of there, and the traffic will quickly recover. But again, that is going on there right now. If you do see anything, let us know on the phone for us. 415-391-KCBS. Elsewhere in the Bay Area, we're looking really, really good right now. The earlier troubles we've had have all dissipated, and things are pretty smooth for you if you have somewhere that you need to be. Your next update, 7:58 on the traffic leader, KCBS.
6-day forecast now from KPIX5 meteorologist Darren Peck.
Well, we got a little fog on the road this morning. North Bay Valleys and the Tri-Valley visibility has been dipping down to a half mile or less at times. So make sure you give yourself some extra time on the road. If you can, you'll want it unless you're already listening in the car on the road, and then just be aware you're likely going to hit some fog in those locations. Low clouds for most other locations, but that's all going to melt back to the coast by the time we get to late morning. And then it's a beautiful day with daytime highs climbing into the mid to upper 70s inland, mid 60s for much of the Bay Shore. You might see a little bit of haze in the sky today from smoke off of prescribed birds. Good kind. There's one in Sonoma County at the Pepperwood Preserve. There's another one coming from Humboldt Redwood State Park, actually, and some of that smoke's coming our way. But it shouldn't be bad. The air quality should be okay. There's no air quality advisories from it. Okay, the two headlines. Halloween's a go for your plans outdoors. It'll be slightly cooler than this evening and last night was, but not significantly so. The chance of rain is still on track for Tuesday. We're going to get some light rain on Tuesday, probably about a tenth of an inch of rain Bay Area wide. And then it's going to get colder for the second half of the week after that. Morning lows by Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of this week in the North Bay Valleys could dip down into the mid-30s. I'm meteorologist Darren Peck with your KCBS KPIX5 First Alert Forecast.
Traffic and weather together on the 8s on All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS. KCBS News Time 7:51. Mike DeWald and Corey Smith at the editor's desk. Pediatric beds are filling up at hospitals across the country with several respiratory viruses circulating, including RSV. KPIX5 reporter Max Darrow with the story.
Dr. Vincent Tamaras and support dog Posey have a lot of patients to attend to in the pediatric ER at Sutter Health's California Pacific Medical Center on Van Ness in San Francisco.
We're seeing a lot of what we call bronchiolitis, which is a specific type of inflammation deeper in the lung. It's not a nose infection or a head cold, it's a deeper lung infection. So we've really had a huge wave, and so we have multiple viruses at the same time. So we're seeing a shortage of pediatric beds across the country.
Numerous viruses can cause bronchiolitis, including RSV. Pediatric cases are surging from coast to coast. More than 70% of pediatric hospital beds are occupied nationwide. Tamaras says the timing of the infections is different than any other year.
Normally you can set your calendar by RSV, where it comes from the East Coast to the West Coast and marches across the country. And so we usually see RSV much later in the winter, even into the next year, January, February.
He says the timing does make sense, though.
There's something called the immunology gap, or a chasm between 2 years ago and now. So these kids really haven't been building up a lot of the common cold viruses, a lot of the immunities when they're in their first year of life and second year of life. And so now here they are 2, 3 years old, and they've only had X number of colds where they would have had 3X.
RSV can cause coughing and wheezing. Tamaras says kids 5 and younger are typically the most affected. However, he says the majority of children who get sick will be okay.
It's a worrisome thing to see your child coughing and breathing faster and not eating as well. But the vast majority of children with bronchiolitis will get through it. It is rarely life-threatening.
The doctor says if your child is having a hard time breathing, you should take them to the ER.
Remote workers may be the first to lose their jobs in a recession. Emily Valdez explains why.
60% of 3,000 managers surveyed by Beautiful AI said they would get rid of remote workers first if they had to start laying people off. Tiffany Martinez is with Otter Public Relations.
It's hard for when they're at the top looking down not to want to favor the people that are willing to come back in and put the effort back into that physical brick and mortar building.
Employment expert Andy Challenger also says the bosses don't know remote workers as actual people, like on a personal level, which makes it easier to get rid of them.
So it's better right now to try to go into the office and spend some quality time with people that might have to make those decisions.
He also said people hired the most recently are often the ones to go first.
No one matched all 6 winning numbers in the Powerball jackpot last night. That means the $825 million prize will grow to more than $1 billion for the Monday night drawing. The full amount comes in 30 annual payments, or a winner could choose an upfront cash prize of more than $497 million. It's the second biggest lotto prize in U.S. history. Business news now. Here's Brian Van Miller.
Just in time for the holiday hosting season, people have found a cheaper alternative to a meat and cheese platter. I'm Brian Van Miller on Business. As we head into the holidays, it's no secret the price of pretty much everything is creeping up. So people are being forced to cut back or find alternatives to some of their favorite things. And thanks to TikTok, people have found an alternative to a meat and cheese platter. Butter. That's right, people are taking a serving board and smearing butter all over it. Then they put things in the butter, such as capers and raisins and greens, for a little bit of decoration, and then a side of bread. Then your guests just have at it. Lots of people are big fans, calling it cheap and easy and a good alternative to more expensive appetizers. But some experts do not consider it an appetizing option. They say everyone just dipping in and smearing their food into the same spread of butter is bacteria heaven, which means tonight might not end so well for some of your guests, especially those with a very sensitive stomach. Brian Van Miller, CBS News.
As a Shane Company jewelry consultant, I always enjoy telling our customers about our jewelry and how special it is, like our cultured pearls. And right now, pearls are more popular than ever. Pearl strands, drop earrings, pearl rings, worn stacked and layered, everyone's wearing them. Did you know that a pearl takes 2 to 3 years to form inside a mollusk? It takes on the color of the nacre, the interior of the shell. So a lavender nacre will produce a lavender pearl. At Shane Company, our pearls are known for their beautiful luster. They're in their natural colors and never dye. We source them directly from pearl farmers around the world, and we string our pearl strands with an individual knot between each pearl for extra security. Visit us today or chat with us online. We don't work on commission, so you'll never feel rushed or pressured. Whether you come in for a new on-trend pearl necklace or a diamond engagement ring, we'll educate you about our jewelry, so you'll leave feeling like an expert.
Now you have a friend in the jewelry business. Shane Company and ShaneCo.com.
Living with metastatic breast cancer can be overwhelming.
When I received my diagnosis, I didn't need anyone to tell me I was strong. What I needed was more time.
Verzenio, a Abemaciclib 150 milligram tablets plus fulvestrant is for HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer that has progressed after hormone therapy. In a clinical study, women taking Verzenio in combination with fulvestrant live significantly longer for a median of 46.7 months versus 37.3 months on fulvestrant alone. Diarrhea is common, may be severe, or cause dehydration or infection. At the first sign, call your doctor, start an antidiarrheal, and drink fluids. Before taking Verzenio, tell your doctor about any fever, chills, or other signs of infection. Verzenio may cause low white blood cell counts, which may cause serious infection that can lead to death. Life-threatening lung inflammation can occur. Tell your doctor about any new or worsening trouble breathing, cough, or chest pain. Serious liver problems can happen. Symptoms include fatigue, appetite loss, stomach pain, and bleeding and bruising. Blood clots that can lead to death have occurred. Tell your doctor if you have pain or swelling in your arms or legs, shortness of breath, chest pain, rapid breathing, or heart rate. Common side effects include nausea, infections, low blood cells and platelets, decreased appetite, headache, abdominal pain, fatigue, vomiting, and hair thinning or loss. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and medications you take, and if you're a nursing, pregnant, or plan to be pregnant.
Strength is one thing. The chance to spend more time with the people I love, that's everything.
With Verzenio, more time is possible. Ask your doctor if Verzenio is right for you and visit Verzenio.com or 1-844-837-9364. Verzenio is available by prescription only.
Hi, this is Brad Garrett. The homeless problem is beyond belief. Every year we spend more, and every year it gets worse. But homeless doesn't have to mean hopeless. In a new documentary, Beyond Homeless, Finding Hope, You'll learn about an approach that's getting amazing results and is transforming people's lives. Please see the film and join our movement at beyondhomeless.org. I'd be beyond grateful if you did.
Ted's going to wrap up things traffic-wise at the 7 o'clock hour.
Yeah, Eric, we are looking at a new wreck that has come in, 80 eastbound in Vacaville. This is as you approach Leisure Town Road, listed as blocking the